Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to my tiny retirement. I'm Christine. As you can see, I'm home. Surgery is over. The hip surgery is over. And apparently, I wanted to just come in and give you guys an update. I haven't been back in probably a week or so. I haven't responded to any comments. I'm sorry. I apologize. I know there's been a lot of comments that I've missed. And again, YouTube is still at it, unsubscribing me from folks that I'm subscribed to. And I know they're taking away, for every subscriber I get, they're taking away one or two. So that's still going on. So if you see me continually resubscribing, that's why. Anyway, what I wanted to do is I wanted to give you guys an update. Sorry, I'm slouching a little bit. It's hard for me to sit up straight if I were practicing my good posture. But I'm only supposed to sit in no more than a sitting position, no more than a 90 degree. As it turned out, I had quite a labral tear. And along with that, they're thinking that this was an old injury from 30 years ago, almost 31 years ago. My daughter and I got in a car accident. I hit a moose. And those of you from Maine, that are familiar with Maine know that that's actually not as far-fetched as it sounds. It's actually pretty common when you're on a main highway, a U.S. highway, to hit a moose. Well, I did it. And that moose came to land inside the car on top of my, at that time, 4-year-old daughter. And I lifted, it was crushing her. She was 4 years old. 800-pound moose, as it turned out, crushing my daughter. And I lifted the moose, with my legs, like you're supposed to, off of my daughter and pulled her out with my other hand from under this moose. And it turns out that's where all my injuries started, because I apparently tore everything. And for decades, I've had problems with my hip. Clicking and, that kind of problem. It would click when I would walk, especially going upstairs. It was very bizarre. My hip would click. It didn't hurt, but it would click. And apparently, all of those tears had started to heal on their own, but there were little spurs on them or bumps. It was something. I don't know what it was. So apparently it was a more in-depth surgery. It was supposed to be 45 minutes, and it ended up taking darn near 2 hours. So here I am. How did the surgery go? It couldn't have gone any better. Oh, except for this one thing. They gave me this all over sponge bath stuff to clean my whole body and stuff with. I had developed a heat rash prior to the surgery, trying to get everything in the garden done, trying to get all my canning done. Well, I did a good amount of sweating and formed a heat rash in some very inappropriate locations. When I did that sponge bath, it was like I was being stung in those areas, nether regions, upper regions, by 1,000 little bees, little mosquito bites. But that was the worst part. Once they realized what was going on and washed it all off of me and all of that, it went fine. I mean, even the IV, the IV, they put the IV in my hand. I mean, you can see a little bruise there. I never even felt it. You remember the old days where they just jam that IV in the back of your hand or wherever? Never felt it. Next thing you know, I woke up. I was waking up. There was Mitch, and they were saying that as soon as I could maneuver and walk and, void, go to the bathroom, that I was good to go. So I came home. I've been on crutches. I'm starting to be, I'm pretty much off of the pain meds. But, so there was that. We came home. I've been recovering. Mitch is doing a pretty good job taking care of me. He's finally, like yesterday and today, sort of turning me loose on my own in the house because I'm getting around. I just took a shower. I've been taking, quick showers just to try to get clean, but I couldn't wash my hair because I couldn't stand on one leg or the other. It was not easy. The good thing about that is we've discovered that we know where all of our elderly grab bars need to go. I need one in the bathroom. I need one here and here in the shower. So that was a good thing. But doing well. It's less and less painful. The pain has been minimal. I have a nursemaid who's been taking... He's chewing on a carrot right now. But Gerard has been doing just wonderful, taking care of me. And then when he got tired, he was relieved by Frankie the cat. So I've rarely been alone for a minute. And then, of course, there's my mother popping in all the time, making sure that Mitch doesn't need a break. Making sure that I'm eating. Do we have food? Do I need her to do something? And we're fine. We're fine. So I appreciate all the well wishes and all of the positive thoughts. I'm feeling great. I can tell that the surgery worked. It's a whole different feeling in there than it was. But I am on crutches for another probably 5 weeks. Probably 5 weeks. But that's okay. Mitch is stacking some wood right now for winter, but I can see him. Let's see if I can turn you around. See, there he is. Stacking some wood. Busy, hard at work. All right, so. And the other thing is we finally got to check the mail yesterday at our P.O. box. Mitch went down yesterday, and I found, he came home, and he's like, "Who's Deb? Who's this? Deb in Florida?" And I'm like, I don't know. It looked familiar. And so Deb from sWay sent me a beautiful get well card. It was so sweet and so unexpected that I'm going to give her just a little bit of a shout out. I'm sure you guys are all familiar with her. But look how cute. Look at that. It's a little teddy bear with a little boo-boo on his leg. So, let me just read you what it said. Just Christine, so sorry to hear that you're stuck inside for a while. Get well soon. You'll be back at it real soon. Deb Metzler from sWay. Isn't that sweet? Thank you, Deb. You made my day. I didn't expect anybody to go out of their way like that for me. Thank you so much. You did it brightened my day. It really did. Because believe me, I'm getting stir crazy. As you can see, it finally was, not too super hot out. So I thought I would bring Gerard out here and I'm itchy. I'm itchy. You know why? Because the tape that they used for my dressing and everything, they had something up here stuck to me, and apparently I'm having a reaction to it. And it's itchy. So if I'm scratching here, it's not. I don't actually have cooties or anything. I'm just itchy. There he is. I couldn't find my nursemaid. Okay, so there's that. Oh, and then I also got my tax bill. We got our tax bill for the tiny property here in Wayne. You know what our taxes are? $362. How's that? How's that? Another reason to go tiny. We don't have, $5,000 a year in a mortgage in tax payments. We are thinking of putting a mortgage on the house just for our 2-year plan. We think it might put us in a better financial position when it comes time to get our boat. And speaking of that, at the end of this video and in the description below, I will have, Mitch and I started a GoFundMe link. If anybody would like to help us get our boat and our 2-year plan in 2 years, it would be so appreciated. Pay no attention to the ridiculous amount that we're trying to raise. If we can raise it, that's what we'll spend, but I don't think we're going to spend that. But let me show you guys what the garden looks like. It's not going to be, obviously not an in-depth tour. I'm just going to give it around. You can see the potager garden right there. Look at all of that. Look at all those beautiful culinary and medicinals. And then we got a little okra right there. Oh, and then there's Mitch again. Loading more wood. That is a cucumber climbing up on the arbor, and we do have one David Austin rose. Let me see if I can point to it. Right there on the ground behind here. You probably cannot see it. Oh, you know why? Because it's over here. Right there behind the hosta. That actually has a bud on it. And then right here, look at that. That's my other David Austin. That has had multiple blossoms on it. And then here we have right there, the spearmint, which is doing lovely. That is the peppermint, which Gerard absolutely loves. And tomatoes and green beans. Okay, now the joke is, you see the teepee poles right there? Those are not actually, I did not buy climbing beans. And somehow I ended up with 3 or 4 packages of pole beans. And they're supposed to be bush beans. Obviously, I got a bad lot that was mislabeled. You can see that everything kind of needs to be watered, but we've been pretty busy, so. So there you go. The cabbage is looking a little worse for wear. We've been eating out of it. We've been getting green beans pretty steadily. And then there we go. You can see the orchard down there. More cucumbers growing. And these are our potatoes right there. We do have something eating them, but I can't hobble over there really to see what it is. But we'll be pulling those out here shortly as well. Oh, and here's our little... Where's my nursemaid? Oh, there he is. And there's my nursemaid. Hi, baby. Oh, he smells something. Now, Mitch seems to think we're going to get rain tonight. But I don't know. I tend to think he's going to look for Daddy. I think he's coming to look for you. Or he's looking to help himself to a cucumber. Hey guys, sorry about that interruption. I was sitting outside and all of a sudden Gerard, all of a sudden Gerard was running around and wouldn't stay with me, and then all of a sudden I realized, oh my gosh, I'm exhausted because, hello, I'm a gimpy everywhere I go. Anyway, and then there's something else I want to show you guys. My friend from school days, I was really good friends with her sister, her older sister in school. But Laura and I have stayed in touch from high school. Once I've moved back, we've been in touch. She she is the owner of Pixie Dust Creations out of, I think it's Sydney. I think she's in Sydney now. She's not too far from me. Let me show you what she did for me. Oh, Pixie Dust Designs. I'm going to put her link down below, and I'll definitely put her information in the description below. But look at this beautiful box that it came in. She made a charcuterie board, because I love nothing more than fancy schmancy stuff, you know. I'm fancy. We've discussed this. Really? Look at this piece of beautiful walnut charcuterie board. Look at the tones and the colors in that. This is one piece of wood. This is not several pieces. One piece of wood with the same stain, with the same finish. Not, an inlay or several. Look at that. And then the best thing that she did, I'm working on doing a new logo. You'll see it on here. You'll see it on this video. This video is the first of my new logo and intro, and I'm going to start doing some merchandise. People have asked me, I'd love a sticker from you. I'd love this. I didn't think anybody would be interested, but apparently people are. So, I'm working on that. My new logo. Let me see. Can you see that? Is on the back. I hope you can see that. Maybe I'll get a little closer. I hope that came out. But they lasered that into the back of my beautiful board. Oh. I have the most talented friends. And she is quite the entrepreneur. Her name is Lori Chaput, Pixie Dust Designs, and she has many products, many really beautiful products. You've got to go check out her site. And what else did she do? Along with, you should feel the weight of this. This is not, a cheap Walmart, a charcuterie fork. This is heavy duty. This is her design of the handle. Let me see if I can find a good spot. There you go. Now you can see it. Oh, maybe if I even do this. Look at that. I cannot wait. This is amongst my new holiday special wear. She sent instructions on how to care for it. Yeah, care instructions. And look at this cute little box she sent it in. All lined. So cute. Oh. And she even provided a little sample of the mineral oil that you rub it in after use to keep it fresh and beautiful. Isn't that amazing? So, little shout out to Lori Chaput at Pixie Dust Creations, Pixie Dust Design. Oh, I kicked you, I'm sorry. Pixie Dust Creations. And a shout out to my friend David sWay. Thank you so much. Deb, you don't know how much that meant to open the mail and see that you went to that trouble. And, you think it's a small little thing, but I know that sometimes it's hard to fit those small little things into your schedule. I know that. So it really, thank you. Thank you. So until next time, I'll talk to you later.